Hey, it's your buddy Tim Schull, and we're doing another Raid Shadow Legends video. And this, I believe, will be the first Shadowkin Faction War Team compiled. So I'm going to put this together, and we can talk about all the good stuff and all the challenges that this faction will have when their faction crypts eventually open. So let's get into it. Okay, so we all know this is coming. The the Shadowkin faction crypt will eventually open, and we will have to do at least 21 levels. Maybe they'll add some more levels to the other faction as well, and offer another reward. But the Shadowkin are an interesting group because they're very, very heavily attack oriented. So you can see I have two legendaries, the Yoshi Fusion and the Gintoro attack based champion. And then I have a bunch of epics, and I didn't use any rares. I didn't think the rares were good enough, but I used Torgi and this gal, Sachi, because really they don't have a reviver. So you have to kind of look. She's the only one that kind of does a revive on her passive. She'll revive a random ally with 30% HP when the champion kills an enemy. And she also has a chance to place a fear debuff on all enemies for a turn when an ally is revived. So I am guessing if she revives somebody, she has a chance to put a fear on them. So CC is, I think, key, or crowd control, I think, is key for this faction and making it work. Now, one of the things I like to do, let me show you first what my team is. One of the things I like to do is I'll take the team I'm going to use to the very, very top of Doom Tower normal. And I figure if I can do this one pretty easily, I can get through the faction wars. So here's my team. Took me a while to get all this together. I actually was able to get the last book. Finishing one of the events today had two legendary books at the end, so I was able to get that. So these guys are all booked out, all ascended, all leveled up, and ready to go. Now I have a couple more in the vault here. I think we can see my faction wars if I needed them. So here we go. So I could still use this guy. I have Chinoro, I believe her name is. And then I have Fanatic, was the only rare that I thought might be worth building, but I didn't. And then I have a couple more epics that I didn't build out that didn't seem like they offered enough utility. Because utility is going to be key here, right? There's lots of attack, not a lot of utility. Even Yoshi, I don't think offers a whole lot in the way of utility. He has a chance for a stun. He has, a 2-time decrease accuracy and HP burn. He does increase attack and increase accuracy buff on the allies. A lot of increased accuracy in this faction. I have another, almost every champ does an increased accuracy as well. This is an interesting passive where he will fill his turn meter and be able to cut in and get a lot of turns. And then he's got an all speed battle aura. So here's my attack. Well, let me show you what. Let me show you the stats on my Yoshi. I tried to make him fast and survivable with good accuracy to land all his debuffs. So you can see that's where he is. I didn't care about crit rate, crit damage, or any of the attacks. And then let's talk about Gintoro. So he's just an attack champion, right? Attacks, we'll get an extra turn if he kills somebody. Doesn't seem like he hits all that hard, honestly. Well, and we don't have a defensive down champion, so that makes life difficult. He'll steal turn meter and reduce the A3, the Oni's Rage, by 1 if the target doesn't get his turn meter reduced. So it's one or the other, which is kind of nice. On a 3-turn cooldown. Oni's Rage, which is his 3-turn cooldown, it'll attack an enemy, put a decreased defense and weaken debuff for 2 turns on one enemy. Apparently he'll attack 5 times. I haven't seen him do that. His passive is all turn meter fills are increased 50% when used on him, so he's very susceptible for any turn meter fills, and I have a support champion that does that, you'll see in a minute. And then his aura is ally attack in all battles. In a pretty 29% is pretty beefy for a ally attack. So you've seen, I've done a video on this guy. He's like my favorite. Again, increased attack buff, can't be resisted. He'll steal it. He attacks all enemies. Comes out of this A3 where he gives himself crit rate, crit damage. Attacks all enemies and hits hard. Hits really, really hard. So he's immune to decreased attack buffs and unkillable buffs, and he's got a ally speed in all battles by 20%. I should probably put him, if I want speed, I'll put him in front. So here are the champions that I had to make some decisions on. So Sachi is a Shadowkin support. She is attack based, so as with all these are, she has a decreased accuracy on her A1. She has a chance of placing a decreased crit rate and a leech buff on a 2-turn cooldown, so she does that a lot. Places a increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, then attacks an enemy, fills the turn meter of all allies by 20%. So this goes right into Jintoro, right? So it'll fill him by 40%, right? Which is pretty good on a 3-turn cooldown as well. And then her passive is that revive, which, you know, you got to look for utility where you can find it. And then the last one is really the only honest support champion they have is this guy. He's got a decreased attack buff. He's HP based. I just built him to be a total unit. Oh, let me show you how. How she is built. I tried to put enough speed. She's not super fast, but I need a crit rate on her. One of her skills requires crit rate. Yeah, fills a turn meter by 20% if the attack is critical. So I had to get a 100% crit rate, which I did. But that cost me some speed, and I needed her accuracy to be high enough. Even with all that increased accuracy, it's important to get her accuracy up. So this guy just built to be a total unit. He's an HP. He has a chance to place the decreased attack on his A1. He'll attack all enemies and provoke on his A2. He puts the shield buff up, equal to 15% of his max HP, and an ally protection buff on all allies except for himself. And then he'll do a heal and reflect damage for 3 turns. So he's really, really helpful. He also will put poisons on them when he's attacked. So I just built him to be just a total unit. I tried to get as much HP as I could on him, get him moving as fast as I could with enough accuracy to land this stuff. So let's run through this level, and you can see how it runs. It's pretty easy. They never really get in trouble. I might even go to hard and see if they can handle some of the Doom Tower hard mobs. But you can see Jintoro is my fastest. And yeah, I mean, I think the idea with this faction is you got to keep them alive, and they'll burn everybody down, right? So he took all the damage there. You can see because he had a shield up on everybody. And this guy, you know, is going to get low, but he's going to come back around to his heal again, so we should be fine. And then Ginbo just does wild damage. I'm kind of curious. I want to take him to a we'll take him to a Doom Tower hard floor and see if somebody goes down, if we can get her to revive. So she might be too slow, but we'll see. But you know, these aren't super easy waves. I mean, Mountain Kings and Rhodos and Sifis and the whole 9 yards. So that's not super easy. Oh. Ooh, he may go down. Let's see. The leeches are going to be helpful. Oh, there's the heal and the shield. That's going to help. He got a good heal off of that leech. He got an extra turn because he killed that Mountain King. Got the provoke up to protect the squishy attack members. Yeah, so, coming back around to that big damage is, there's the heal and the shield again, so Torgi's going to keep everybody up. Yeah, this is about the best team I could come up with based on the champions that are out right now. That's not to say they're not going to release more Shadowkin. Hopefully they release some defensive down champs and revivers to make life a little easier to survive. But you can see, you could put together a decent team for sure. Okay, so let's try one. Let's go to Doom Tower hard, and we'll go to we'll try 9F and see how these guys work. I got a feeling we're going to get wiped pretty fast. Lobby, can he get his, so we got some fears off. That was good. I wonder where that came from. Oh, it was Yoshi, I believe. He has an RNG fear on his A1, I believe. We'll look when this is over. So we got provokes. We got a stun from his A1. But you can see that these teams don't do super well against teams that are going to do damage. Okay, so we got some fears up again. Okay, so that's just A2 or A3 then. Okay, we're probably going to lose Ginbo here. Ginbo, I don't know. My favorite new nuker. Okay, we got the provoke, so we're going to protect him at least in this round. We're going to get to round 2. So you can see they don't do too bad for not having any defense down. I mean, it's... Okay, there he goes. Now let's see if she can... Oh, no, she's going to die too. Okay, so this will be the end of that run. So, good try, fellas. Good try. So I have Gintoro in a Relentless set, so you can see he's getting some extra turns. But it's not going to matter. Oh, we get an extra turn for the kill. Oh. Got the... Oh. And that's the end of him. And you can see we're going to end there. Okay. So let's back up a little bit and see if we can lose somebody, but still have enough left to I don't want to do that one. To see if we can get her to revive and where her her true fears will come out. There's that Relentless set combined with his A1 where he gets a... Okay, so we got true fears on everybody there. Just super helpful, right? I mean, the whole idea here is you got to control the waves. I mean, there's not any room for errors because there's no real way to pick back up a champion once they fall. So funneling as much damage as we can into this guy, who's got to reflect damage as well as a big HP pool. His fears, and then his provokes, Torgi's provokes, the frog. Yeah, it also took me a while putting this team together to get enough jewelry together, obviously. We needed several accuracy banners, several HP banners, and an attack banner as well. So I started Gintoro in an attack banner, but he does need some accuracy. He has that defense down and weaken, and since it's the only one on the team, I thought it was worth trying to use. So I mean, the team, this is my test for all my Faction War teams. If they can do the very top floor of Doom Tower normal, I can beat the boss. Not many of them can not many of them can handle any of the Doom Tower hard floors. So this is pretty good, I think, for this group to be able to. I want to see if she kills somebody. Do we get? Yeah, these Sky Touch with that stinking revive are gonna. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of her. Let's see if. Oh! Come on, kill somebody! Kill somebody! Yeah, I think if I had to do this over... Ooh, wait, she's going to kill somebody. Oh, darn it. I think if I had to do this over, I would try to make her faster. Maybe switch the gear that Gentoro has with the gear that the Sachi has and try to get more utility out of her. Use her as a emergency reviver. So, because I just don't see us winning this. So... You can see every time they attack him, they get poisoned. So that's interesting. So if he can just keep, unfortunately, he doesn't put a shield on himself. So he's just relying on his increased defense and reflect damage. But it's not going to be enough. He's healed. Look at all the poisons going on these guys from attacking him. Can you do it? Can you do it, Frogman? Oh, no. Almost. Anyway, you can see. So let's look. And my dog is going to make it tough on us. So let's look at what, I think it was his A2 was hitting that True Fear. I'm not super familiar with these guys. So decrease active HP burn was his H. Yeah. So his A3 has a 50% chance of placing a True Fear buff on enemies. Books up to 75, but then it has a 75 or 100% chance if they're under an increased attack buff. So, yeah, I mean, he's a pretty good crowd control champ. So anyway, if you're looking to build this Faction War team, this is probably a good place to start. And like I said, I think the one change I'd probably make would be get her moving a little faster. Maybe try to get her doing a little more damage to take advantage of the only revive skill on the team. So please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know what you think in your comments below. Thanks.